Okay. I think we're live. I think we are. Alright. I haven't played this game in a while. But we're going to be looking for a sky island. Let's see what we're trying to do. Because I don't know. I don't know what we're trying to do. Who's watching? Alright, one second. I'm going to turn the volume down. Oh. Oh, crap. Well, that's an oof. For sure. So what? There we go. Let's go mining. Hooray. Okay. I forgot what this does. So I haven't played Terraria all that much. I don't know any crafting recipes or any of that junk. Who's watching, by the way? Okay, so that just leads up. I'm trying to go down, not up. That guy's dumb. So, there's a lot of, so in this world, oh, crud. There we go. Alright. I think I can mine all, I'm pretty sure I can mine all that stuff. I am just not sure. I'm not sure. Alright. Hello. Who else is watching? Hope a blood moon doesn't happen. I don't like what you are. Who else is watching? Say something in the chat. Wrong button. I am so used to Minecraft controls. No, I'm not watching myself. I have my, like, watch, it won't change. I don't think I'm watching myself. No, I'm not watching myself. When I go on my stream, it doesn't show up. It doesn't matter. Can you stop? I might. don't know what's under there. I'm gonna go back home quickly. So that I can get some more torches. Stuff like that. Can you go away? Go. Ooh, what is that? Topaz. I have no idea what that's doing. What that does. I just hear a zombie. Not gonna do anything. One sec. I'm getting a text. One sec. Quiet home. Ow. Hi. Hey. So I suck at this. I don't know what to do. I have a really... Oh. Yeah, I know. By the way, Tyler, did you sub? Thanks. Worm. Like, see? Watch. There. Now I can see my subscribers. Worm, die. I didn't like how he was looking at me. That's why I killed him. So I got a pretty lame house. I gotta go make some more torches so I can explore a little cave thingy majigger that I found. Matt, he's in my band class. The lag right now was super miserable. Okay. This is all my stuff, Tyler. Can make a bucket. It's pretty. Oh my god. Okay, I'm gonna go kill these guys because seriously, bro. I swear, if I summon the Eye of Cthulhu, I'm gonna be really angry. Okay, one sec. Whoa, 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 whoa. Just turn that off. I don't care about that. Look, you can die. Probably gonna get some more blocks so I can. I need wood walls inside my house. Alright. I'm gonna go. How do I make a hammer? What do I need? Not a demon eye. Wait, Matt, are you still watching, or Tyler, are you still watching? Stop, stupid eye. Yeah, I got a hammer. Stupid eyes, go away, bro. Can you stop? God, stupid, go away. One sec, I'll check my armor after I chop this tree down. I think I got wood and a crown for some reason. Just found a crown, so I'm like, this is pretty cool. Alright. So, the clothes I have on is wood breastplate, the greaves, a crown, and then these stuff. No, go away! Stop going outside. Stupid. Alright. Could make some more stuff. Wood walls. What's going on? Ow! Stop letting the zombies in! Are you dumb? What did I do? Okay. Make it a little cozy down there. Let's make a little more wood wall. Wow, we have 4 people. What the heck? Okay, 3. Shift. What the heck is that supposed to do? I'm gonna go kill all these stupid things. Can you go away? Thank you. I should put torches. I really should put torches on the walls. And then I will go get, I will go get cactus armor, because Matt, you say I should. And then I'm gonna make a wood platform. Let's do that many, see how much that is. Can you move? seriously, move. Like that. I don't want it. Okay. You don't mean birds, do you? You mean those wasp thingies. Oh, I didn't see that. I was looking at chat. Jesus. No, not the dog. No, no, no. Out. Come on, come on. No, no, no. Come on, come on. Thank you. Alright. Where's the freaking map? There it is. I know it's somewhere. I've seen it. There was a giant hole that scared me, and I filled it in, and then I almost got murdered. I'm gonna get some more wood, though. Why am I so weak right now? Is it because it's a really tall tree? Or is it just my frame rate? It's my frame rate. Yeah, I might do that, too. Whoa. Leg. Leg. So how much cactus do I need for a full set of cactus armor? Yeah, and I also need to watch out for vultures. Hi, chipmunk. I mean squirrel. See, I'm there. What do I break it with? Okay. How do we have 3 viewers? This is the hole I was talking about. I call it the very, 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 very scary hole. My best weapon is the zombie hand. What's another? Oh, scorpion. No. Get sniped. This is the very, very, very scary hole. I've seen giant wasp, flying scorpions, I call them, in there. I've trapped a vulture in there. All I know is there's very, very, very bad things in there. Nothing I want to deal with. Bird. Those things. I hate those. Go away. Hate those. Hate this. No, go away. Going to defeat you. These things give me chills. I hate them. That's also... Why are they not jumping out of the ground, bro? I got more. Cactus sword. That's very weird. So I'm gonna, after I mine this, get this last cactus. I got 182. I think that'll be enough for better stuff. You, go away. Okay, do you guys have any tips to make this game not lag so much? Any tips? Tips or tricks? Stuff like that? Anything? How do I make it? How do I do that? In settings? Is it something with OBS? I'll try 1000, see if maybe that fixes it. I'm not sure. What do I push Control and R then? What does Control and R do? I press Control and R. Yep. Get blocked like Fortnite. I have no idea what I'm doing. No, not advanced placing. How do I get rid of advanced placing? No. I hate advanced placing. It sucks. There it is. Right there. I'll do it later. I'm not gonna do it right now. Cactus workbench? What the heck? So where do I make it? That's not that good of a sword. 4, 5. I'll do that. Replace that. 1 defense, 2 defense, 1 defense. So, ow, ow. Okay. Okay. Tyler, are you still watching? Ledge stuff? Is there a way to unlock other crafting recipes? I'm probably just really dumb and don't understand anything. Okay, Tyler, if you're still watching, what should I do now? Should I look for a sky island or something? Or what? Is there a way to deposit these faster into here? A vertebrae, jeez. Okay. Matt, you still watching? bro. But Tyler, are you still watching? I defeated 50 green slimes? Okay. I wish there was a way of checking who is watching. Bite me. Wait, I can bridge cactus? Please hurry up, I can't see. Was that a zombie? What the? What the heck? Bruh. I really need like a sky island or something. Okay, finally, it's gonna become daytime so you guys can actually see and so I can actually see. Because I can't see crap. Zombie, I'm wondering how you got up here. I'm gonna jump because I'm bored. And also unlocks more parts of the map. Wait. Okay, Tyler, if you're watching, how high do you have to be up for the Sky Islands? I might jump off right there to see if like there's a Sky Island or something that I missed. So I can, if I missed it, I can go get it. Matt, do you know how high you have to be for Sky Islands? If that's who's watching. Wee. Blech. When is the stinking day? When is it gonna become day? Like, day could not come sooner. You've gotta be kidding me. Say something in chat if you're here. Matt's probably here. Okay, you're here, Matt. There's two people, and one of them is Matt. I'm seriously can't find a freaking Sky Island. I don't know how high you have to be to find them. There we go. Got some rope. I need more blocks anyway, so I fail. Okay. I seriously might just go exploring on the top, because I know this way there's scary stuff. Like, there's some terrifying creatures, terrifying creatures over there that I don't want to see or meet. I don't want to get to know them. They're mean. They murder me. Why did they just drop a torch? And they are not fun people. They're bullies. Bullies. I tell you. 'Cause I don't know what to do at this point. So I've looked for Sky Island, haven't found one. Found a few biomes. Haven't found anything really. Ooh, are those? I think those are. Oh. Nice. I have to go higher, you think? If I do, that would suck so much. That would suck like horrible. Penguin! Oh my gosh! If I do have to go higher for Sky Island, that... There's another... desert, but with snow. Okay. 200 blocks, bro. That was actually just a few lucky shots, bro. Well, I think that Sky Islands are, like, extremely rare. But I know that they give pretty good loot. Like, maybe one of you guys could look up how high you have to be to get a Sky Island. And in this game, they don't give you coordinates or say, this is the max build height. They're just like, oh, you just gotta count some crap like that. Let's get more lead because Matt, you said that this could be good. Could be a cave right there, I'm not sure. There's only 8 in every map. Dang. So I'm like not gonna find one. My luck. Oh, what the? Face monster, you're scary. That is very scary. I know this is one. Blood place. Yeah, blood place. That's seriously what this is. This is scary. I don't like this. I don't like this place. This place is very scary. There's this one. And then on the other side of the map, there's a purple one. Like purple one that looks like this. So there's lots of scary places. I see the slimes. Go away, slimes. It's gonna take them a little while to get up here. There's the spider. Nope. Oh, I don't like those. Those are scary. Nope, there they are. I hate those things. I hate those. I hate those. I hate those things. They give me shivers. I don't like those. Kill me. I don't like those things. Those things scare me. They give me shivers down my spine. Oh, I have so many shivers down my spine. Oh my god. Go away. What the heck? What? You go away. You scare me. I don't like you. Get pixie powered. Wow. Go away. Go away. I gotta heal. Kill me. Yeah, there. I hate those. Okay, I need more health to be able to get in there. I don't know. I think I'm just gonna gather a crap ton of wood. And then just go build up, look for sky islands. Hate those things. I hate slime so much. And I might see if I can make like a lead sword or something and see if that helps. It does more damage. So far, I haven't found a sword that's better than this light zombie arm. And I'm gonna go mine at night. That's kind of cool. Kind of like that. That's kind of... When you make... I don't know about that. Does this... I'm gonna place this because I kind of like this one a little bit better. I think it just makes it so you can make different stuff. There, that's so much better. Kind of like this one. Break this, replace with this because I kind of like that one a little bit better. Okay, so I got a text about... Oh no, go away. There we go. He said that... By the way, yeah, by the way. Anything cool like me? What are you? You're terrifying. That much wood, and this much of that much of this. Okay. So Tyler, I'm gonna ask you for a little bit of help for Sky Island. Shh. What the? Shh. What? Shut up, phone. Oops, wrong chat. Yeah, no. Poo. No crap. He sent some strange stuff. He sent a picture of a weird toilet. Alright, oh, crud. That is? Alright. Go away, stupid zombie! I don't know anything about Terraria. But the problem is about this... Seriously, I think I might just defeat the Eye of Cthulhu if it spawns, because How much health does it have, though? I don't know that. Because I could probably defeat it. If I go get a Sky Island, then I'll definitely loot that. That's a definite yes. I fell some. I cannot see a thing. Give me my shade wood. Right. No, not again! Dang it. Darn it. Darn it, darn it, darn it. I really want a Sky Island. By the way, I wandered into a blood place that was very terrifying, and I died like once, and then I gave up because I do not like the monsters there. They're scary. And there we go. I wish I could equip this and something else at the same time. That's what I wish. So I'm going to stop streaming right here, and then I'm going to stream again later on today. See ya.